Hey, what's up guys? Jack here. Hope you all had a great time on New Year's Eve and are enjoying 2016 so far. Today, I'm bringing you a live commentary. This time it's an updated look at the Valve HTC Vive, the virtual reality headset. Now, I have done a video on this before. The first time I got to try it was at Gamescom 2015, and I did like a little video on my impressions of it there. But I actually went to an event in London a few weeks back in December, and I was allowed to try out some new demos and actually record it, and that's exactly what you're seeing here. So I wanted to put like a little montage of all the demos, just a couple minutes talking about each one and just explaining why, I think this is the future of virtual reality. Now, if you don't know what the HTC Vive is, it's a headset that you wear, a virtual reality headset. It comes with 2 controllers, and it also comes with 2 light tracking systems. So the thing that sets this headset apart from the Oculus Rift, PlayStation VR, Microsoft VR, anything else really, is the fact that you can actually walk around. You can walk around using your real body, and it tracks your position in the game. So here, this is a demo going by the name of Arizona Sunshine, I think, and there's a box next to me. I've walked over to it in real life, and I'm crouching down, and I can use it as cover whilst I've got these 2 controllers in my hands, which represent the guns that I'm using. You see, I've got like an M9 Beretta and a Desert Eagle shooting at some zombies that are rushing towards me, and it is fantastic. There is no input lag at all. The controllers, I'm kind of like turning the gun sideways, gangster style. You can just have so much fun just messing around because it feels like you're there. The fact that your body is moving and the resolution for each eye is really high, and there's no lag, there's no delay with the controller or the headset. It just sells it to you. You feel like you're there, and it really is pioneering, I think, like the future of virtual reality. It's kind of like having your own holodeck in a way. And this here is the Portal demo, the Aperture Science demo, sorry. And as you can see, I've got the 2 controllers there. Of course, I'm holding 2 controllers in my hand as well, and I've walked over to a set of drawers, and I'm just messing around. I'm going to open the drawer, take a look what's inside. Got some plans there. Close that back up. Let's check out the next drawer. Oh, it's some old cake, So I'm moving back in real life as I'm doing this, stepping about the place. Interestingly, this demo is actually running on Source Engine 2 from what Valve have said. So it's the first thing we've really got to see that's on the Source 2 engine. And I know it looks kind of weird at the moment with 2 different perspectives. You've got one for your right eye, one for your left eye. But trust me, the graphical fidelity in this is just sensational. There I was kind of looking underneath the desk, looking around the room. I think I'm going to walk around in a second. You see, I'm just trying to take it all in, just record it all for you guys. Actually, this is kind of hard to do, but it's called cross-eye 3D. If you want to see this in 3D, if you focus on the black point in the middle and then cross your eyes and then focus on the blurry image that appears. So if you cross your eyes, an image will actually appear in the middle, so you've got 3 images. Focus on that and you'll actually be able to see it in 3D. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing it for too long because it's going to hurt your eyes and you'll look really weird. So if your cat comes in and looks at you, your cat will be like, dude, what the hell are you doing, man? You look like an idiot. But give it a go. Cross your eyes. Focus on the middle image that you see, and you actually see it in 3D, and you can hold it and see it in 3D for a while. Because obviously that's how you see in the headset. You don't actually see 2 different viewpoints like this. Your eyes just adjust and your brain creates a 3D image. And like I said, it just sells it to you. The fact that you can walk around, you can duck, you can jump, you can walk around things. It feels so good. And apparently there was some HTC guys there that actually work on the project, and they told me that this device can have up to 16 parts of articulation, right? So at the moment we've got 2 with the controller, so that's your hands basically. It's tracking your hands and your body and your head, so you can look around. But in theory you can have 16 points, so you could have like knee pads, or you could have like an elbow pad, so you could completely sync up your in-game character to your real body and have like a fighting game or something like that. So the breadth and the experiences that you can have here are incredible. And here, I know this is a video game, but if you think in terms of like engineering and education, there's so much potential here. Say, for example, you're a designer of a car, right? And you wanted to see how a specific component fit into an engine, or you wanted to see how a wing mirror looked in real life, and but you can create like a 3D version of it that's life size when you put the headset on and walk around it, and you can put that component in and you can see how it looks. You can change the color of it. Say for example, you were like an interior designer and you wanted to show someone what their new house is going to look like. You could have a room in your office which was a completely blank room, and then load up their house in that room, and then go through all the different rooms, and then they can be like, well, I don't like that sofa the way it looks there. You can actually walk around a room in a house that you could potentially have in real life and design it however you like. That's pretty amazing, I think, and it just goes to show, like I said, the absolute potential here. Moving on, we're looking at an Everest demo here. I wasn't actually allowed to record my POV, but this is just some B-roll of it. And this demo was neat because at the event, they actually put me in a freezing cold room and I had to wear this big blue coat. And in the demo, you just essentially try and climb Mount Everest. And there was one section where you have to pick up a ladder and then throw it down so it kind of lands across a ravine, and then you have to walk across the ravine, right? And as you're walking across this ladder, I'm feeling cold. I look down and there's just this massive chasm and it feels like I'm there. I actually got vertigo. I was like, do I want to cross this ladder? I don't know. Like it was amazing. It was an incredible feeling because, I know this is a virtual reality headset, but it's given me feelings of vertigo, the kind of feelings I get when I'm on a roller coaster or when I'm at the top of a skyscraper and I look down to the ground. Yet I'm in a 15 by 15 room with a headset on. It was just absolutely insane. And something this demo did really cool was it kind of solves the problem of, okay, I'm in a room, and obviously video games, you walk around a lot, right? But in a virtual world, you can just keep walking. In real life, if you're in a 15 by 15 room or whatever, you keep walking, you're going to walk into a wall. And this demo kind of solved that by having you wave at one of the Sherpas, and when you wave at the Sherpa, it teleports you to a new area. So it kind of shows what kind of games and experiences the HTC Vive is going to offer. I don't think we're going to see like a tacked on version for, say, Battlefield, for example, because it's impossible, because you can't just keep running and running unless you had like a life-size scale model of one of the levels in the game, which would be absolutely ridiculous. It's never going to happen. So I think rather than like fully fledged games, it's going to be these experiences that you can have within certain environments, and that's very appealing to me. Okay, next we're taking a look at Elite Dangerous. Now, obviously for this one, I was actually sitting down and moving around because in the game, you're sat in a ship. But you can move your head around still, you can look around, and in front of you on the desk, I think it was like a Cytec X51 it was called. It was like you had like a thruster on the left and then a joystick on the right, and it almost exactly matched what you see in the game for the joystick. So what you could feel in real life is what you could see in the game, and that gave you a connection that you don't really get with other VR systems. The fact that you can see and feel it is fantastic. The same applies for the controllers as well. Like the two trigger controllers you get with this, there's some games where you actually see them in the game. So the controller that you're holding and feeling in real life, you can see a model of that in the game. So what you can see and feel is the same, and that just sells it to you. Like that gives you a special connection that's just fantastic. Next up, this demo was called The Blue, and as you can see, you're walking around the deck of a sunken pirate ship. You can see the controllers there. So I'm holding something that kind of looks like that in real life as well. And that's what I'm talking about, that connection that you get. And you can mess around with the fish. So I'm just like batting them around and stuff. Here's a stingray that kind of swims up. And I actually walked over to the edge of the ship and just peered down just to see what was down there. This stingray just coming up to say hi. I'm like, get away, stingray. You stay away from me. And it's amazing. You feel like you're underwater. Hello. Look at this massive blue whale. Let's go and walk over. Take a look at him. I'm walking in real life here again. I'm not using a controller. I'm not using an Xbox controller or a keyboard to move. I'm actually moving my body to go to the other side of the ship and take a look at this big blue whale. And you really get a sense of presence. You feel like that thing is there in front of you. Like sometimes you want to step back from it. You're kind of scared of it. You can hear the noises it's making. You can see its eye looking at you, the fish swimming around it. It's just absolutely fantastic. And as I said in my previous video, if you get a chance, if you're at a game show or an exhibition in the future, go and try this out. Because once you tried it out, you will want it. I guarantee it. We don't know exactly when the release date is. I think it's like maybe summer 2016, March, April, maybe a bit before. But I don't know anything about the cost of the product. I imagine it's going to be quite expensive though, because it is like a serious bit of kit that you plug into your PC. And it comes with a headset, 2 controllers. It comes with the light things that you stick on the walls. So it is going to be quite expensive. I reckon probably around like between £300 to £400. So I don't know what that is in dollars, maybe like $700. Might probably a bit cheaper because we get ripped off in the UK. So no idea on price as of yet. Now this last demo is called Tilt Brush, and I spoke about this in my previous video, but I couldn't really show you guys what I was doing. But this time I got to record it. Now I'm not very artistic when it comes to painting and stuff like that, so you're just going to see a load of random nonsense. But in this demo, you're put into a black 3D world, right? And you have the 2 controllers. You can pick all sorts of brushes and colors. You can change the backgrounds. You can paint stuff, but you're not painting on a 2D plane. As you see here, I'm making these rainbows. I can walk around them. It's kind of like you're sculpting instead, you know. So I'm going to put some fire down, for example. It's kind of animated as well. I'm just drawing random things, and I decided to just draw my name here. There's the J, the A, the C. That's an awful C, Jack. What are you doing? And the K. And then, you know what? I can step back from it. I can walk up to it. I can walk around it. I can get inside it. All these crazy things that you can do. Now, by the end of this demo, I just created an absolute a mess. It was a complete mess. There was nothing good there because, like I said, I'm not artistic. But what I'm actually going to show you on screen now is a video of some artists in the video game industry who've actually used this, and they create some incredible sculptures like parrots, dragons, creatures that look like they're from Dota or like a MOBA or something. There's also a great video, I think it was on Vimeo or somewhere like that, where HTC actually got one of the Disney artists to come in and use this, and they were making like 3D versions of the Disney characters like Ariel from The Little Mermaid. And it just shows you how you can really utilize this program and just get completely lost in it and create these beautiful things. Of course, you can screenshot them, you can share them. Hopefully eventually you'll be able to sort of like invite people to come in and paint with you or sculpt with you. And going back to my video here, I've just drawn like a stupid cat. I don't even know what it is, but you can see the potential here, right? This is a 3D space that you can walk around with. It's like a holodeck from Star Trek. It's crazy. And I know people are going to ask, well, what if you walk into a wall? Well, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but at some points, if you get close to a wall in real life, it actually creates like a blue force field, kind of like a grid in front of you that says, hey, you know, if you walk any further, you're going to walk into a wall, or you're going to bump into the cat that came in earlier, or your nan, you know. So it's all there. I don't know what I'm doing here. What is this? I've just got like some flat green paint. I think at this point I probably decided to draw like a Christmas tree or something, because this was just before Christmas. I don't know, but it's madness right now. It's absolute chaos. I don't even know what's going on. This is the level of my artistic talent here, guys. But yes, someone who's a lot more talented and gifted than I am would create something beautiful, as I'm sure you'll have seen in those videos that I put on the screen. Yeah, so there we go. That's the HTC Vive. I am so looking forward to when it comes out, and I'm probably going to have to buy a bigger house to get like a nice, just like a HTC Vive room where there's no like sofas, there's no obstacles, and I can just walk around and get lost in these crazy 3D worlds and have cool experiences. Very cool. This is the future of virtual reality, and it completely blows any of the VR headsets that I've used out of the water. Oculus Rift, the Sony VR, HoloLens, the Gear VR, or whatever it's called, the mobile one. It just kills them. As far as I'm concerned, if you can't move around in VR using your own body, you're just playing catch up against the HTC Vive. This is literally the best system at the moment that I've used. And as I said, if you get a chance to use it, go check it out. It opens up all sorts of gaming opportunities, engineering, science, medical, interior design, car design, like I mentioned, all sorts of avenues and opportunities. It's just mind-blowing. And there we go. I don't want to gush about it too much because I know you guys can't really get a grasp of what it's like until you've tried it, but it's good. Check it out if you get a chance. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and what do you think would be some cool games or applications for a virtual reality system like this. As always, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and I'll see you in the next one.